somehow gather $1 million formula and they'll start to share it with everybody. I don't like it. This has happened to me. No, my people who have shared the formula with them who are completely successful and making money with me, they're all doing fine. I'm talking about a lot of people, some other people. They started sharing the formula with others and they think that I do not know. Because they're stupid. They are stupid. So this is another thing. So green card holders and citizens, there are a lot of people around me. Why don't I work with them? They are stupid. They will quit the formula after getting one job. I was approached by a guy. He had an asylum AD. By the way, people who have asylum AD will also work. Can also work. So he had asylum AD, and he said, "You know what is asylum AD? I made videos around that, so you should check." So he started making. So his whole goal was to utilize this opportunity to get his first job and then just quit. I don't want that. So I have been trying to find a way to productize it. I haven't been able to productize it fully, but I've started to come up with ideas, how the contracts can be drafted and how I can productize it. And I may be able to then share it with anybody. To tell you frankly, a person, I don't know, I sometimes feel, what am I doing? Why don't I just go approach everybody? But I can't trust them. So in Atlanta, for example, there is a friend, right? Then I have a friend in Idaho, and his son, he's interested. But then the problem is, see, people are crazy. I don't trust people. I think of them as dumb, basically. When it comes to making money, I've seen, when they start to make money, they just, after 150K, they start to quit. I'm not in it for 150K. I'm in it for 1 million. So that I make $400,000 too. And you make, your money too. Yeah. It is not of my interest that I place you for 150K and then make 25K. I make that money I do make everywhere, even now. I do make placements, right? I'm a staffing guy, so I do staffing, so I make that money. So how is it different? So I don't want if a person is interested in this formula. Second thing is I need some kind of intelligence. The person should be technical. If it's technical, it's very easy. I mentioned that in the video that if it's technical, that will work. If he's a business analyst type of person, his communications are really good, he may still work. It won't be $1 million formula, it will be 500,000 formula, but it will work. But my interest in that is rather low because it's too much work and too much effort, even on my part. All the effort will be by candidate, by you, the client. But then there's a lot of effort on my side also. I made a lot of videos around, how in this country, people, there's just so much going on. There's just people, everybody is very busy. That's pretty much me, right? I'm talking about me, right? I know that I'm very busy. So, I don't want to be taking calls, and once I tell someone, that this is the next step, then they should just execute it rather than keep asking me, and they should, they can ask me questions how it is good or bad. I can tell them, but then they just start. They sometimes don't do it. I don't want that. So it should be easy. It should be easy for me. Like, some lawyer filed an EB-5 investor visa for a client. Then, he told these are the steps, he has to take, and he did it. He had some questions also, but then he didn't really ask gnawing questions where the whole thing will be defeated. And eventually, everything worked out fine. I don't know. There's certain kind of questions which irritate me. So I don't want person to take a lot of the time, but they should basically, it's possible. So this formula will work with everybody. It actually does make $1 million per year, right? More than that actually. And after my share, you'll be able to keep a lot of money. It's not going to be a small amount of money. And anybody who's like 90-20 also, it will work. If you're 90 to 20 years of age, it will work. By the way, there is a very easy way for me to get a green card for you. I will execute that, and and I will get you the green card very fast using that method, free, pretty much free. It's not going to cost you $400,000-$500,000, pretty much free. Yeah, and we'll first make that money, and then from there, that whatever little expenses there, as I said, it will be cash flow positive. So that will be first earned by you, your own. So this is a pretty interesting formula. Anybody who's 20-21 years of age also can follow this. But then he should be ready to learn and ready to go in my path. He should not say, oh, I love, I want my passion. Remember I made a video, passion versus paisa? Because passion would be like if you're passionate about, let's say, singing, or passionate about this or that, or playing cricket or playing this, then that would come as a, I don't want to hear that. You don't make $1 million a year in just 5 months. It takes some time. So my point is, I don't want you to get distracted. I want you to work hard towards making money. And you should be a little worried that you will pay me money. You should be a little worried. I don't know. Many people think that everything, this is another thing. Everything I give, every time I do, and every time I spend with them, and every advice that I'm giving should be for free. That's not how it works. You should have a mindset that, okay, no, this guy is telling me how to make $1 million a year, then he should be paid back. The people that I'm working with, they are very concerned about my time, and they're giving me a lot back. They are giving me a lot back with pride and and then they're very proud of the fact that they're doing it right. And I like that part. And that's the kind of person I want. So guys, I do have a formula which works, and it is very well vetted against various, the entire strategy is vetted against, a lot of things, it's fully doable. Pretty much, how I have some friend, he opens restaurant after restaurant, he opens couple of restaurants. I asked him, how do you decide to close this restaurant, open another there? He said, we know how much money to make and what are the numbers. So he has that much grasp on the restaurant, and he opened I have a friend who buys hotels. I have not been $50 million hotels, and he has 22 hotels. So I asked him, how do you decide, like you buy it like you're buying popcorn in a movie, and I'm not able to buy one, not because of money. I have money, but the problem is I don't have the expertise. So people who are inside in this country, they have domain knowledge. They are able to really, they are able to do things which others cannot imagine. I have a friend, he buys gas stations. I don't know how he buys gas stations. I have a friend who is in stocks, real estate like crazy. I said, how do you decide? Because you lose 4%, 5% in real estate commissions. He says, I knew, this problem is about to come, so I said, I know. The point is, guys, a person who has domain knowledge, he can do it. I have domain knowledge of staffing, so I know what I'm doing. So don't doubt it. Don't think I cannot make, probably this guy cannot make $1 million a year. I can. You will also, but you have to follow all the steps. Yeah, it does make $1 million a year, but I need some basic, I need a person. Main thing is I need a person who I can trust, and the person should trust each and every step of the way, right? He should not ask me too many questions. I mean, he can ask questions, but he don't ask too many unnecessary questions. And this thing does work, right? And it does make $1.5 million a year, out of which I take a lot of money too. Pretty much 50% of what you make, 50% of what the entire profit is, gross profit is. Out of your gross profit, 50% will be mine. So yeah, this definitely makes money. So, I have made some videos about Desi consultancies, how this is about becoming a Desi consultancy. So yeah, by the way, you will learn something. You will learn something. It's not like you won't learn anything. You learn about American business and things like that. It will be a great piece of knowledge also, and it will make money also. $500,000-$600,000. I reduced it from minimum to $500,000-$600,000. Let's be more realistic. 1.2, 1.5. If you make, I'll take 50%, so 700K or something you'll make, right? And it will take 2 years for you to reach this number. Yeah, it takes some time. It's not going to happen overnight. Yeah, especially if you are in America, then it will take lesser time. We can start working pretty much reasonably now. But if you are in India, then it will take some time for you to even get here, right? Even the visa appointment is a little late. So during that visa appointment, before the visa appointment comes, you have to learn the skill that I'm going to talk about. By the way, I have a friend. He is coming to America. Yeah, I tried to tell him the same formula. He doesn't listen. People don't listen. When people don't listen, what can you do? What can you do? And other thing is, sometimes people doubt. So I don't know why people would doubt. right? They think that they will not be able to do it. That's different kind of doubt. But when they see I may not be able, I may not help them as much. I don't know why they doubt. I make money too. So yeah, these are some of the things that I face. These are some of the things that I face, and these are some of the things I face. I just thought I should talk about my formula a little bit more. Thank you.